Each year, this spirited woman sends this spirited man a birthday message. From wherever she is in the world. From places like Cairo, Berlin, or Beirut. This year's birthday greeting has arrived, but this spirited man is particularly nervous to read it. Not because he's fearful for her safety or security, no, that's wasted fear. The reason this spirited man is nervous about this spirited woman's birthday greeting is because he neglected to get her permission, and he's worried he must now beg her forgiveness. You see, this spirited woman is hard to contact. She's often at sail, for instance, crossing an ocean. And by the time his birthday greeting arrived, this spirited man had twice used her likeness in his videos without first securing her permission. Of course, he asked her permission. Yes. Sent her an email. Okay to use your likeness, Chloe? Send. No reply. Time to upload the channel trailer featuring the spirited woman. No reply yet. Uh-oh. Well, here goes. Hope she's cool with it. Time to upload the women episode featuring this spirited woman. No reply yet. Uh-oh. Well, here goes. Hope she's cool with it. 797,000 views. 358,000 views. Without permission to use her likeness. And now, here's her reply. What if she said no? What if she said, I'd rather you didn't. I'd like to keep those things private. What would the million views do to his 18-year relationship with her? Well, here's her reply. Time to face the music. And then, a funny thing happened. And the funny thing was this. He got to the third paragraph of her birthday greeting, and he no longer cared if she gave him her permission. The third paragraph of her birthday greeting reminded him that her life was too extraordinary to be kept to herself. She had no business keeping it to herself. And the third paragraph in his birthday greeting read as follows. We left Fatuhiva in November after having been anchored there for nearly a year. A sad departure for us and all our friends we made on the island. Friends which ended up marrying us. The whole island was invited and the marriage was performed in a traditional Marquise fashion. Giorgio and Scotty arrived at the town hall, which was covered in flowers and green vegetation, carried in a pirogue, a traditional canoe, by 4 men. I arrived by horseback, no saddle, and barefoot, wearing a veil made of tree bark and a princess bride dress that had been worn by 3 other brides over the last 20 years. I then proceeded to walk over the backs of our closest island friends, meant to represent the family of the groom, while they lay on the palmed floor. With each slow step, I felt for the roots of the island's ancestors, asking them permission and thanking them. A ceremony leader, the island's cultural chief and trans woman, decorated in cock feathers, shells, and tapa cloth, burned sandalwood, splashed ocean water, and whipped a giant palm branch on the floor to the sound of drums and a woman's shrill, high-pitched voice calling out our chosen marquee's names. Twari'i Hekitai, king of the open ocean who surfs the big wave, and Te Vehini Atopua, woman who searches and offers flowers. Her voice is still echoing through the valley, I'm sure. We were told that we are the first to marry like this on the island. We were offered this ceremony by the cultural chief, considered the guardian of the island's traditions, by suggestion from the mayor, who wanted to marry us officially, but couldn't due to missing bureaucratic papers. They told us they haven't performed this kind of marriage for generations, and many people came to us afterwards saying they would never forget how that day brought back this particular tradition to this island. Interesting. We had a huge feast. Wild pigs, wild goats, sharks, a mountain of coconuts. The whole village was mobilized, hunting and fishing and cooking on our behalf. Unbelievably generous. The women even organized a dance for us, 25 of them rehearsing every night for a month to present us that night. It was pretty spectacular. Definitely a spirited ceremony. Too bad you weren't there to film it. What a life. And of course, she said yes. Permission granted. Go ahead. Use my likeness, she said. Oh, and she just happens to be on the same continent as this spirited man, just one border away. And thanks to many of you, thanks to the vaccines, the Kickstarter backers, the sweatshirt buyers, he can now afford to fix the Land Cruiser. He can afford to drive to her, again, this time with his family. Will she be there by the time he arrives? He wrote her another message and awaits her reply.